I wish people knew these 5 things about hair loss because it would save you so much time, frustration, and money. So in this video, I am telling you the 5 things that I find as a dermatologist most people don't actually know. And in fact, they are believing the exact opposite. So I am going to sort you out with some hair loss knowledge in this video. I'm Dr. Maren Luck, known here as the Budget Dermatologist. Make sure you are subscribed to my channel for more skincare education and fun skincare product reviews and skincare routines. And come say hi on Instagram at the Budget Dermatologist. So let's get into it. Let's start off with the first thing I want you to know about hair loss, which really can take people by surprise. And it's that dry shampoo can actually cause hair loss. Now, I hate to be the bearer of bad news because dry shampoo really can be such a lifesaver if we don't want to shower or wash our hair every single day. And I'm not telling you that you should never use dry shampoo, but instead, I am saying that you may want to reconsider how often you are using it and what exact product you are choosing. So here's the deal with dry shampoo. This causes buildup on the scalp and can clog the hair follicles, which can lead to unwanted hair shedding. It also can trap sweat, dirt, and oil on your scalp, which creates an unhealthy scalp environment. And hair does not thrive when the scalp is not optimized. So dry shampoo, if you are a frequent user, may be leading to hair breakage and unwanted hair shedding. So again, I'm not saying to ditch your dry shampoo altogether. I am saying to use it with caution and use it sparingly. You may want to consider switching to a dry shampoo that is a powder rather than an aerosol spray, because the sprays can really actually get down into the hair follicles a little more. They actually are a little more user-friendly, so I get why people want to use them. They distribute nicely and evenly throughout the hair, but the hair powders, the dry shampoos that come in the powders, tend to be a little healthier for the scalp and hair. Again, whichever one you choose, just use it sparingly. The second thing I wish people knew about hair loss is that you can actually get extreme sudden hair shedding called telogen effluvium after you have an illness like the flu or some other virus. This happens because this illness can put stress on our body, which pushes our hair into the telogen phase or the hair shedding phase. The time course here is about 2 to 3 months after this illness, where you will suddenly notice a dramatic amount of hair loss. This can typically last between 3 to 9 months, and then your hair will regrow and return to normal. So if you are experiencing a sudden amount of hair loss right now and you haven't just had a baby, I want you to think back to your health 2 to 3 months ago. If you were very sick, this might be the cause of your sudden hair loss or telogen effluvium. And to be the bearer of good news for this tip is that this is temporary, and for most people, your hair does regrow back on its own and you will return back to normal. And that brings us to the third thing I want you to know about hair loss, sticking with the theme of telogen effluvium. This one is about postpartum hair loss. I want you to know that if you are suffering from postpartum hair loss, you do not need an expensive supplement to regrow your hair back to baseline. So again, I get to be the bearer of good news for this tip. Most everybody will regrow their hair back to their baseline on their own without any help or assistance at all. And that's just how postpartum hair loss goes. Time course wise, about 2 to 4 months after you give birth, because of the hormonal changes, your hair again shifts into the telogen or hair shedding phase, and kind of all at once, you get this dramatic amount of hair fall. This can go on for 6 to 12 months. It really is a bummer, and it really can be shocking and hard for us to deal with. But again, after you get past that phase, your hair cycle rebalances and it will regrow back to its baseline. Again, it can take 12 months or more. So here's a little bit more about my take on hair loss supplements. Like I said, you don't need to take these because most people are going to regrow their hair back to their baseline completely without any other supplements. So to be clear, I am not telling you that you should not take them. I just want you to understand that I don't think you have to take them to get back to your baseline. Now, if you are somebody who truly has a deficiency in some area, then yes, I think supplements can be beneficial, but I think that's rare. If you have a normal diet and lifestyle, most people don't have a deficiency that they need a supplement to correct. I do want to acknowledge that some of these supplements have done clinical studies that show good results. There's also a lot of anecdotal anecdotal evidence out there from people who take these that report they had a robust regrowth of hair. But you just should proceed with caution. Check with your healthcare provider if you can to make sure it's okay for you. Many of these supplements are not regulated. They can cause abnormalities in lab values. So again, make sure your healthcare provider knows if you are taking them. Okay, the fourth thing I want you to know about hair loss is kind of a hot take, but you should be washing your hair more, not less. Washing the hair is good. It removes dirt, oil, sweat, and product buildup from your scalp and from the hair follicles. It helps prevent the overgrowth of yeast and bacteria, and it helps prevent hair breakage and unwanted hair shedding. Now, the first thing you might be asking is, okay, how often should I wash the hair? Is it every day, or what's the ideal schedule? The answer is, it's going to vary for everybody based on your lifestyle, your hair type, your scalp type, but in general, blanket statement, every 1 to 3 days is ideal. And I want to assure you that washing your hair does not increase hair fall. It is normal for you to lose 50 to 100 hairs a day, even up to 200 hairs a day can be normal for some people. When you wash your hair, it loosens those hairs that are in the exogen phase or ready to shed, and it removes those from the scalp. This keeps your scalp healthy. If you are skipping days from washing, when you eventually go to wash your hair, all of these hairs are going to be coming out anyways. So wash your hair more often, not less often. This will help reduce unwanted hair shedding, hair breakage, and it will keep your scalp environment healthy. And the fifth thing I want you to know about hair loss is there is actually a drugstore shampoo that is very simple, not fancy, but it can actually decrease unwanted hair shedding. This shampoo has Ketocoanzole as the active ingredient, which is an antifungal with the primary purpose of treating dandruff or seborrheic dermatitis on the scalp. However, this ingredient, Ketocoanzole, also lowers the DHT activity on your scalp, which reduces hair shedding and creates stronger, healthier hair growth. DHT, or dihydrotestosterone, is a hormone that shrinks your hair follicles, especially if you have the condition of androgenetic alopecia. So Ketocoanzole shampoo does not block DHT throughout the whole body, but it has a mild anti-androgen effect on the scalp when it's used locally. So if you use this shampoo, you could be creating a healthier scalp environment with less hair shedding. Speaking of male or female pattern hair loss or androgenetic alopecia, I'm going to leave you with a bonus tip here, the sixth thing I want you to know about hair loss. This is going to be a treatment tip, okay? If you have androgenetic alopecia or that male or female pattern baldness, or you're maybe starting to get some unwanted hair shedding a little earlier than you would have liked, and you want to try topical minoxidil, do not buy the one that's women's minoxidil. I want you to buy the men's minoxidil version instead. Now, there's a lot of confusion about the marketing between the men's form and the women's form, okay? But here's what matters. No matter if you're a man or a woman and you're treating the hair loss on your scalp, you are going to get the best results if you are using a 5% concentration of the minoxidil. So classically, the men's versions have 5% and the women's version has around 2%. So again, if you want to slow down hair loss on your scalp, go with the 5%, whether it's called men's or women's on the package. What is more important is that you flip it around and you look at the ingredients label, check out the top in the active ingredients, you will see minoxidil. You want to see next to that 5%, not anything less. If you are somebody who's getting side effects from the 5%, such as scalp irritation, itching, or flaking, you can go down to the lower percentages, but you may notice that your results will be less robust and take longer to notice. So there you go, my 6, not 5, things I wish everybody knew about hair loss to save you time, frustration, and money. Let me know what other questions you have about hair loss. Come say hi on Instagram @thebudgetdermatologist and subscribe here before you head out. See you soon. Bye.